amazing. Well, I appreciate you bringing that and showing it to us.
I don't know whether it'd be any good to see without an explanation.
They would probably love to see pictures of Mr. Danforth and everything. I'll tell you what, why don't we just put them right here on either side of this? This is kind of where I'm headed. There you go. You don't need that problem now. I know y'all been here before. Just open this one up. Breeze through and see it. Well, we really appreciate it. Just before y'all get ready to leave, now make sure you come back and get this.
Those are prized possessions.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's a knife.
Hmm?
Here's a knife.
Yeah, this is 1950 advertising and all we had. It came out, so people were
You
fans.
mentioned there's a
Oh, Boardman?
All right, that's the 3-blade steel. That's good. The 2-blade steel is the one you get. Yeah.
He had the other one, but don't you still
Board, you
have
don't
the
know how
inside?
to use it?
I broke the blade on that, and I
I
tossed it.
still got mine too.
You're not going to eat it.
We've
It
got
just
it
doesn't
two
have
shops.
this.
And that metal is so hard and so good that you can pick it.
Yeah, yeah, those are good knives. This is that's the one I got. 60.
Yeah, same. That's just like mine.
And but this is the plant. This is the original plant in St. Louis
Yeah, I've done that.
before she burnt. And I found this in Bradenton, Florida. It cost me $15 million for that. But
How much?
$15. But I said, man, I gotta have it. That's one of the few pictures of the plant that I have that I've seen that I can get an answer. So I picked that.
I've had to plant that and out to the farm.
Oh yeah. There's
You didn't guess what that
yeah.
is. I
If
don't know.
you know what that is, put your name on it. Guess what it is. Put it in the bucket. These are some cufflinks, contacts, the eggs are.
So that's about eggs. When we was out at the farm, the guy opened up the refrigerator, you got a
Green one, blue one, yellow one, red one. Yes.
Yeah, he's always coming.
and
Big ranch,
we brought their first conception unit to 87 instead of 65. First time we, our problem down here is we walked in, we did it very fast at the games. We raised their butter fat by I think it's 3/4 more. We done a calf feeding test out at Quincy. And that was a funny one. The calf was brought down and like the choke right out of the cart. And I didn't get out there the day the calves got there, but I was there the next day. Mine was pretty busy for the the calves were standing in the ball,
probably true.
pump, watering the thing, just standing there. You gotta show took the hose and siphoned water on the ground.
Because they want you to know what the problem was.
They didn't know what the tank was.
Yeah, that's right.
Why does this happen?
It went around your legs, and it's what they loaded seed with.
Here we are.
We used to work with the ranchers, so we
Or how you been, bud?
the feed that they had and make a feed.
I'm gonna do my
Alfalfa is one of the things.
Oh, it is. If you can grow it, like you said, you can't grow it hanging down for a few feet. Yeah.
Let's go down.
How you doing? How's everything? Good? Yeah, we came through Avon Park today.
Yes,
Oh, yesterday. Down to check out, Van Peeps.
Get out of here.
She is good. I got back as we were gone. Brought some dinner over or something.
No problem. We got about you want to sleep in cruise line as much as we can.
Really?
If you need a place place to sit down.
Back here with Roman.
Back here in my office. I got a couch back here with Roman.
Okay. So far, she's doing pretty good.
Appreciate your stuff. Right outside going south. Hey, how you doing?
You got a 50-year one there. Yeah, but man was telling me she took you to your calendar, right down, that's a big deal. Where? Just where? You know.
That's my son. That's Chris.
Oh, sorry.
Is there anyone in here that wants to take a wheelchair?
About 2 weeks before he died.
No, he said it was October.
October, well, that letter is December 5th. And there, he died, I think, December the 20th. Yes, Chuck. I love these things. Had a new trainer, checkerboard, hat on, talking to Danny Williams. I like stuff like that.
Time to go outside.
Marty, if you know what this is,
And I registered for
go
that.
right down. That's what your name is. Daddy. What's your name? You don't want to know. Everybody gets no, you'd be amazed. I mean, we have no idea what that is. Hi, Uncle. Uncle Jack. Thank you. Thank you. Can you believe it?
Bad for fun. Don't see very often myself.
Richie!
Hey, Richie, how are you? Very good, thank you. We'll finish up the tiger burn again today, huh?
No, always. How you doing? Hey, good. Andy up here.
I was trying to call you. I need to get a Boy Scout tax. Our tax, our group gave up theirs last year. And I ordered some stuff like that from ProBass. They got, when you call ProBass, if you're Boy Scouts, they give you a special price, they have the freight and all like that. But I have the confirmation the Boy Scout didn't have, but we don't have a system.
Don't you all automatically have the same number?
You can call down at the,
I started right up there.
Yeah.
no, it's good. Oh, you got I think.
No.
This is Is it really? Wow. And there's a gentleman here that
y'all join us.
Then we run the office.
Understand, me and Richie had a conversation right before you got out there.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard from him since, which I assume means good news.
Well, at least better news.
Y'all enjoy his boss, and I want this place to.
You have to go out there and come back
Save almost half of this famous green.
Well, I met him.
$1.35. That gotta be 50. 50. But,
Yeah, right here.
What are you running through these rolls over here?
We bend metal. We want to take a flat piece of metal and take a round two
I know what rolls are. I'm in the business. I just wonder what you are doing.
sometimes we make our own shoes.
You don't need one. I've got some right around the corner.
Well, we'll be glad to use you. Come on in. Everybody, come on up. Are we ready, Bernie?
I think you got it, but.
Okay.
Again, my name is Jeff Hall. This is Don Skellinger. We'd like to welcome you all here tonight to Purina Mill's 100th anniversary celebration. I'm going to be giving you a quick overall view of our liquid mixing system. Then Don's going to give you a little bit more details on the process. To begin with, in front of you, you'll see that we have some of our finished products here. We have also our products that we use in our liquid mixing system, both liquid and the dry ingredients. Our liquid ingredients is brought in by bulk, by truck, and is stored in our tank farm, which is just on the other side of this wall, but where Don's showing you on the diagram. Also, we have 3 different scales that you'll see on the diagram right there. What happens is, once we receive an order, our system is computer controlled. We take and we put in the numbers and so forth for a particular product that you've ordered, and also the amount. The computer tells the pumps to turn on, the scale starts weighing it up, it recognizes the different weights. Once it has the weight of all the ingredients, it goes into the mixer, which starts the mixing cycle, and so forth. After it's mixed, we have an option of either loading it out to 6 different loadout bins, which is outside, each one with a capacity of 6,000 gallons. We also have the option of loading into a rail car, and also for our home processed molasses that we use on our feed. Our mixing system is what's called a barred and barred mixing system. It's designed by Purina Mills. The capacity of our mixing tank is 13,000 gallons, 13,000 pounds, excuse me. So we have the capacity of handling any liquid need that our customers may have at this time. What What I'd like to do now is let Don tell you a little bit more about the details of our mixing system and the processes.
Thank you, Jeff. We have the 3 scales, and they can all start pulling at the same time. We have multiple scales so we can pull 3 different products at the same time and get the process done faster, rather than one at a time. Also, if you notice, scale 1 is divided into 3 different sections. That is so we can put our acids, phosphoric acid and propionic acid in section C, and put animal fat and soy oil in section B, and all the other ingredients, cane molasses, citrus molasses, fish oil, ammonium polyphosphate, goes into A. After all 3 scales are done, then we can dump this A section into the mixer. This mixer has a turbine inside of it that spins, and so in order to mix the liquids that have been dumped in here together, we also turn on the pump, which is down below here. You can see the black tube coming out of the bottom of the mixer into the pump, and then the pump can go back up and through that pipe arrangement and back into the mixer. So we're getting a mixing action inside with the turbine. We're getting a mixing action from taking product out of the bottom of the tank and pushing it into the mixer on the side. This short loop runs for 1.5 minutes to get a mix on these ingredients, and then the short loop shuts off and the long loop turns on, and Jeff can show you the long loop over there. In the long loop, we have an opening through a venturi right there where the micro ingredients can be dumped in, very minute amounts of product that needs to go into the feed. Also, scale 3 menu gel is dumped in at that point and get a much better distribution throughout the product by putting it directly into the pump as the liquid is moving through the pipe. After the operator is done dumping in, he tells the computer, acknowledges that fact, and the computer shuts the long loop off, reopens the short loop, and we get 1.5 minutes of mixing time again to make sure that all those products are well mixed. Then we will dump our fat and soy oil and our acids and our dry ingredients, which is salt, calcium, and urea, into the mixer, and we will mix for 3.5 minutes in order to get a good mixture in the mixer. At the end of that period of time, we then use the pump coming out at the bottom again, open up different valves, and send it out to distribution, which Jeff already went through where it goes. Any questions? Are we free downstream?
Well, good afternoon, folks. I'm Clark Bonner, and I'm the purchasing and transportation manager for the Mulberry Mill. We've got the fan here for you if you want to like our station the best. So that's where our purpose is. So what I do is I get the ingredients in between us and our St. Louis staff. We buy the ingredients. We've got a two-type concept on our ingredient purchasing, which is centralized and decentralized. We'll buy a lot of ingredients out of our St. Louis corporate office, and we'll buy a lot of them locally. The reason why we do that is because if we're buying something in mass volume, say soybean meal, wheat thins, things like that, we can get a better price when we do it in one lump sum. A lot of ingredients that are local, we're going to buy locally. And Sheila Jesse's from Macon, and she'll do the same thing there as all the way down here. We'll buy it locally with the molasses, the citrus pulp, the rice bran, things such as that are produced down here, we're going to buy locally. A couple things that we've got the capability of. The Mulberry Mill, we've got the capability of storing 5,500 tons worth of grains, soft stocks, liquids, and minerals. We break it up into that. We break it up into grains, which would be your corn, your oats, things such as that. We break it up into soft stock, which would be your wheat midwings, your soybean balls, your high proteins like soybean meal, then our minerals, which will be your salts, your urea, your calcium, your phosphate, things of that nature. We unload it basically two different ways, but some of them have different ways of doing it. We'll unload by rail, we'll have the liquid in, and bulk. And we'll also unload by truck, which will be pneumatic system, liquid system, and a regular bulk system. The thing that we've got extremely high standards for our ingredients. We're not the easiest company to sell to. We won't always be the cheapest simply because of our standards. We've probably got some of the toughest standards in the industry as far as buying ingredients. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, we've rejected 4 different loads of corn and 3 different loads of whole cottonseed. We're going to reject things such as moisture, infestation. We're not going to let an inferior quality ingredient get into our mill, because that inferior quality is going to be represented in your feed. And we're not feeding our own cattle and our own chickens or whatever. We're feeding your cattle. And so it is extremely important that we get the best in there. When a truck comes to the mill, he's gonna weigh in on the scale, and that's where my office kind of takes over. We'll make sure that the ingredient is on an approved supplier list. When I say approved supplier, corporately, we can't bring an ingredient in here unless it's been approved through our research. Unless not just an ingredient, but a specific supplier. We can't just go out and buy soybean meal from any particular processor. It's got to be suppliers that we've approved. Our research says it's going to be consistent quality, it's going to be high quality, it's going to meet our standards. And that's going to be on any ingredient we bring in. It's got to be on an approved supplier. So we'll make sure that happens before Mike has to deal with it over here. The other thing, we'll check our weights and things like that. After we make sure to agree with our contract, after it does that, then we're going to send a trucker, we're going to call the rail car in over the bike to handle after that. Now, Mike's going to talk about all that, but while we're switching microphones, if you want to take a look at, we've got 17 of the 27 different ingredients that we bring in bulk. And we've got our high proteins, our top stocks, our grains, etc. You want to take a look at that, and Mike will talk about the processing here in a minute.
Okay, as Clark was mentioning, we receive our grains as a whole. We receive whole corn, whole oats, whole wheat. We like to transform our grains ourselves. In order to do that, we segregate our ingredients in different groups, like Clark was mentioning. We keep all our grains together, we keep all our minerals together, and soft stuff together. Before we can mix feed, we need to transform those grains so they're at a stage like the soft stuff. We grind them, we crack them, or we clean them. So this is what we call the grinding or grain processing process. We take those grains, we transform them, then we store them above here along with all the soft stuff and the mineral stuff. The tower itself contains all the ingredients necessary to make feed. The outside storage is where we keep our grains. If you were to take the top of the mill off and look down, it would look like a honeycomb. You have 30 different compartments here that we like to call bins. These bins are 100 foot tall. So some of those will contain up to 100 tons of ingredients. These bins have the special feature of being what we call mass flow bins. Mass flow bin means that the first ingredient in is the first ingredient out. There's no hang up, there's no build up. The seeds flow freely. Therefore, good quality are helping us keep our quality control better. Okay, let's make some feed now. Ernie, which works in the order department, will take the orders up to 11 o'clock today for tomorrow's order. Technically, at 11 o'clock, she will call for the recap, what we call recap, which will tell us everything that is needed and how much is needed for tomorrow. Ernie and I will look at it and decide how much we're going to run and in what order we're going to be running. Then she
the what we call a judge ticket or work order. That she sends over here, and we'll look through and determine, okay, we want to make 5 batches of 6,000 pounds to meet the requirements for the next day. Everything from there on is controlled into that room, which is what we call the control room. Receiving is controlled from there, grain processing is controlled from there, mixing, liquid mixing, pelleting, and some of the packing is controlled from that room. All we have to do is key in the computer what we want to do, how much we want to make, and where we want to put it. From there on, the computer will take over and weigh all the ingredients separately, mix them together, and send them to their assigned location. If you turn around, you'll see, I'll point out the 2 scales that we use to weigh our ingredients. The one to the far left is what we call our mineral scale. All of the calcium, salt, phosphate, urea are weighed into that scale. The lower tolerance, which will give us better accuracy. The other one is made out of 2 copper, but there's only 1 scale actually. We'll use that scale to weigh out all the rest of the ingredients, the grain, the soft stuff, the protein products. It will be weighed up. The computer will weigh each ingredient separately up to the total ration. Once everything is weighed out, it will then release it into the mixer, which is located in the basement. We will mix for 1 minute. We'll add the liquid necessary, like molasses, fat, or sodium chloride. We will then mix for another additional 2 minutes. Once the total mix cycle is completed, the computer will send the product to its assigned location, whether it be pelleting, bulk station, packing, or feeder running, where we'll add additional molasses. Let's talk a little bit about pelleting. There again, pelleting is totally automated at Mulberry and controlled from the room behind me, which is controlled. The reason for pelleting, the major reason for pelleting is to combine as soon as possible all the ingredients together to avoid separation. I'm sure a lot of you know that the more you carry an ingredient, the more separation will happen. Your heavy ingredient will accumulate together, your light ingredients will accumulate together, and if you keep creating that process, will get to the farming. This guy will eat calcium, this guy will eat wheat nibs, and this guy will eat soybean. So to avoid that problem, we take the product, put it over the pellet mill, combine it together, and bind it together. That way it will carry it together like this until the rest of the trip. Principle of pelleting is you take different ingredients, add steam to it to make it malleable and moist. Then you force it through what we call the die. What happens, okay, the feed comes from above and it's going to the bin, is controlled with the feeder, the rate of the feed is controlled with this feeder. It then falls into what we call the conditioner, where the molasses and the steam is added at a high speed. We like to run our products between 180 to 200 degrees. Once the feed reaches this point, it then falls and is forced between the die, which is turning in this direction, and the rolls are fixed. And the die is compressed, the feed is compressed between the roll and the die, and then forced to the outside, create a pellet. It is then cut to different various lengths of what the animal calls for. It's a rabbit, it's going to be a half an inch. It's a cattle, it could be up to 4 inches. So we cut it to the determined length with the knife. Since we've added steam, we've added moisture. We want to remove that moisture. So the product falls into the basement, and there's a machine in the basement that will remove all that moisture by sucking air through it like a giant vacuum cleaner. Once the product is cool, it is then sent to the predetermined location, be it the bulk station, the packer, or the feeder. This is basically a full drawing. Any questions? chute, which are 3/4 inch, which are run this die. We have the 4-inch for cattle, which is on this die. We have the rabbit, that calls for 5/32 inch, run this side, and we have the most common one, which is used basically at 100% on this machine and I'd say 50% on this machine. 1164, which is used for the hog, the horses, chicken, basically holding the animal.
Hi. Okay, hi. My name is operate the Chicken Packer here at the plant. As you can see, we have 2 packers. We have a checker or pellet packer over here, which is dry feed. Over here we have a molasses packer, which is wet feed. We do have some products over here that has molasses in it, but it's all low level of molasses in it. I'd like to start off telling you about the bins. We have 8 bins total. We have 6 of the bins hold pelleting products like pellets, X, which is crumbles, like Lana. And over here you have 2 bins that holds all your mills, minerals, and all. They put it in the bins here for me before I pack it, get it ready. And like you have a couple bins here that can hold as much as 24 tons in each bin, then the rest of them hold 12 tons each. You have a couple conveyors that drops out of your bin, and it comes onto the conveyors and it comes to the final screener. If it's a pelleted product, like ostrich, horse, any product that was screened that's non-medicated. It goes through the screener, and then it comes on down to the hopper, which is up top there. On your mills, you have a spout that comes down just like this one here you see, and it bypasses the screener. On the products we don't screen, it all comes to the hopper there. The hopper has an A scale and B scale, and it is worked by like a clam type opening what holds your feet in. And say if A scale is maybe having trouble weighing up, the computer's adjusting weights, B scale will go ahead and drop it into your hopper. So it keeps it going so it's not hesitating. Okay, then after it comes through here, it comes down to the bottom, and you have a magazine rack here. And your magazine rack can hold like 200 bags, empty bags in it. Then it takes one empty bag at a time, and these arms hang up on the spout. And when it goes up on the spout, it's got like 2 eyes there. And it can see if there's a bag there or not. If there's a bag there, then your spout opens up and the feed falls in. Then according to what you have your timer set at, like the fluffy products, you got to give it more time to allow the feed to fall. Like pellets and stuff, it falls quick so you can save your time with a lot less time. So then once the feed is in the bag, conveyor belt. At that point, I check it and I make sure there isn't any contamination from the previous run, different colors, or whatever. And if there is, we set the bags off because we want to make sure we don't ship it out. Then, if it looks good, we set a couple bags down on the ground and we dig through it. And we smell it, make sure there's no odor, no sour smell or anything. And make sure there isn't any different colored pellets or any contamination from the previous run down into the bag that we can't see. Once we see it's good, then we send it on, we fold the bag and put it into our machine. At that point, it's got an automatic tagger and the tag comes on when your bag hits the saw. The tag comes on and it automatically tags it. Then from there, it has two knives and it trims off the top of the bag, which makes a real nice, neat package. Then from there, it puts a piece of tape like this on the bag, and it takes it and it folds it like so. At the same time, we've gone to a nice, easy date code to understand, which shows the plant number, the month, the day, and the year. And that's put on at the same time. Then from there, it goes into the sewing machine, it sews it up, and then it comes out. Now your first bags that come out, first good bags that come out, we weigh and we make sure it's got the proper weight. If it's 50 pounds, if it's 25 pounds, whatever we're running, we make sure it's the proper weight. Then if it is, we send it on down and it goes on down to the stacker. So I like to turn it over now to Raymond. Thank you.
How you people doing? Yeah, as Elsa said, my name is Raymond Martinez. I work on the molasses packer. The difference between the molasses packer and the checker packer, we have molasses and two belts that are on the A and B scale, bring the wet stuff over. Okay, at this time, you can see we have bin 32 has oats, bin 44 has cracked corn, 43 has sweet tea and privilege checkers. 48, 49, 50, 51, and you put privilege checkers inside, or heads. 46, 47, and 65 are for meal like only 100 or commercial cattle. The other two bins I can also use, but also the mixing room uses these two bins. As Nelson stated, basically, the way the tags, sewing, and so on are the same on both units. Okay, when I have to make a setup, I'll use 3 horse as a sample. There's 3 different products. We have oats, cracked corn, and previous checkers coming out of 43. I also use cane molasses. Go inside and go to the control room and make our setup. We have to open up the 3 bins and make a setup on the molasses. On this part here, the molasses calls for 92, and 3 different checkers calls for 100. When I mean by 100, this is RPMs. 32, 44 also have RPMs that set the feed out when it comes up on the collector system. It mixes it as it's going out. And when it gets to the molasses chamber, at that time it activates the molasses. For any reason there's a problem, the system is automatically shut down. I have to go inside and find out what the problem is. This little molasses, I try to track the problem, but if it's something else, I have to go and check the bins to make sure everything's down. The stuff comes over the feeder line, which is all the way at the top here. You can probably see it, but it brings the feed over, then it comes down to a hopper, then it comes over to the scales A and B. And like Dustin was saying, bags, takes about 200 bags in there, brings it up. And also do the same procedure that he does as far as checking for each bag, contamination, so on, etc. We can pack between 18 to 22 bags per minute. We're capable of putting out 20 tons per hour. An average 8-hour day, we could do 90 tons. Fall, winter time, it's about 150 tons. Quality, we really check to make sure that everything meets our standard beside what the company sets for. If we have a drug run, say after a horse run, we have to make sure the system is completely cleared out by a product that is susceptible to cleaning that system out. Like we have a Voltec run, we'll use like carbon or fluoride, DNH, clean that system out to make sure that the next run coming up has no contamination whatsoever. So you're always checking each run that you went through when you're back and make sure that it does meet the quality standards set forth by the company and what the customer expects before it goes out of this plant. Does anybody have any questions? I know it's hot, so
Welcome to Purina Mills Centennial. Welcome to our Purina warehouse here in Mulberry. Hope you enjoy your afternoon. Stay here. First of all, let's back up just a little bit. Let's go back to our quality and our finished product. You may have heard it one time. We'll say it one more time so that when you leave here, you can put Purina Mills and quality together. Quality does not start out here in the bag on the floor, or after we go load it on the truck. Quality starts where we begin unloading the ingredients, bring them into the warehouse. Each operator is trained, qualified, certified, and make sure those people are well trained before they ever get with these ingredients. We have rigid standards of which we have to adhere to. Our company has set up for us on each ingredient, such as the texture, bushel weights, moisture, the visual part of the ingredient itself, odors. Our operators look for numerous different things. They are our eyes and our ears and our nose in a lot of ways. So it starts and it gets inside. Then we progressively work with these ingredients. We can take them to the lab where we can run protein, fat, fiber, moisture. Numerous different tests in the lab. So we've got quite a bit of quality goes into your product before it ever gets on the dock. And that's what we're looking for. We want to be sure it's right. Our operators, like I said, have an opportunity to see those products on a bag by bag. They can see every 10th bag or every bag. If the bag opens properly, they can practically see every bag and the product inside it. These operators are trained to do so. Now on this end, these palletizers here are designed to handle anything that end can throw at us. Hopefully. They're 20 tons per hour plus, which means some of our operators are moving more than just 20 tons an hour. A lot of times they're moving the product from the floor, rotating the stock to dealer trailers or private carriers, loading the trucks. Then we will go to the floor or finish loading the truck, whichever is necessary. So when we run a load of feed out here in the trailer, doesn't mean you get all the old feed or all the new feed. The thing is to try to move your own lane. If you're going to run it daily, you don't want tomorrow to have today's product, and if you can help. So we try to move all that product. That's our rotation. Our operators are responsible for doing that. So our people in the warehouse, we will bring in, you may see a sign here throughout the warehouse for something specifically that we want to get moved out. We'll put a sign on it, do not ship, or we may put on there, use from other roads over in the warehouse. Now these units will stack from 1 to 15 bags. They're fully automated. We have to readjust run by run because of the products are set up on different formulation. Therefore, each bag size, each product is all different going in that bag. So if we're running an 80 bag, we may have to readjust the side boards, the length that goes in the box. We may at times only be able to get 10 bags on the side. 12 is the most effective for our warehouse. It rides better on the forklifts. It also works better on a hand cart for you folks in the store. If you ever tried to break 6 bags down on a hand cart, you got to put both feet on the handlebars and put all your weight on it to bring it over. Same thing with forklifts. They ride more uniform. They're more easy to get into trailers and onto the floor. Now, these warehouses consist South warehouse, import products. North warehouse, this warehouse, is all manufactured products. We've got some 90 products in this warehouse alone, this section. they're four stock. The South warehouse, we got some 80+ products that we four stock. We also have untold numbers of special order products, and Bernie probably can tell you as well as I can that I don't think anyone can put a figure on it. Sometimes I wonder where they got it from. I think they made it up just to ship it down for that one load sometimes. Because they come up with new names all the time. I've been around a long time and I see new names every week, every day on this. So we're continually updating the products, coming out with new products. Now, as you folks visit through the warehouse at your convenience, at your leisure, there are sample bags throughout the warehouse. There are bags located in front of most of the rows of floor stock products. You're welcome to pick up a sample, take it home with you, take it back to the store with you. If there's anything specific, any questions you need to ask, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And the tour guide will direct you where to go after you leave. So stay at your convenience. Hope you enjoy your visit to Purina Mills.
She still preyed upon his mind, kept her pictures on the wall, went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all. Oh, could she come back again? Found some letters last week, dated 1962. He had a line and read every single I love you. I went to see him just today. See no tears, all dressed up to go away. First time I seen him smile again. He stopped loving her today. Ain't placed a wreath on his door. Some little carry away. He stopped loving her today.
we run out of water. We run out of that bottle.
I feel like rocking. My baby's gone. Don't rock the jukebox. Play me a country song. I ain't got nothing. Just rock and roll. When your heart's been broken, I wanna hear some John. My heart ain't ready for the rolling song. I feel like rocking when my baby's gone. Don't rock the jukebox, but hear a country song.
Kevin, how you like my poster over there? Now, I'll tell you what. For a cardboard poster, that's a pretty thing.
You let my heart break me. And today I started loving you. What a fool I was to think I could get right.
You get grandma's.
Well, they're all right over there.
If we can get everybody to grab a chair, we'll get started with a real short program. This afternoon. And to start with, how about that? How was that birthday meal? Those guys did an excellent job cooking up some steaks, and we're not done feeding you yet, but we did want to go ahead and get started with a little short program this afternoon. And on behalf of all of the employee owners of Purina Mills, we want to welcome you to Purina Mills here in Mulberry, Florida. It's a facility that was built in 1986 and has been successful since day one. More about that later, but we do appreciate each of you taking time out of your schedules to join us for a little short birthday bash this afternoon. And just like any birthday party, we thought we might ought to have some birthday presents to give out. So what I'm going to do, y'all root around and find your tickets that you got when you got registered earlier. And we're going to start drawing for some goodies here. Everybody remember getting a ticket? It was over at the registration desk. Whenever you checked in, you should have gotten a little orange ticket. And we got matching numbers for you. So if you know where those are at, your first winner for 2 of the 100-year Centennial caps is ticket number 249, 716-249. Right back there in the back. Bring it on up here to the front. We'll give you a couple of caps. Got a little fellow. All right. Should give you caps right here. There you go. Yeah, let's go with another one. How about 2 more caps to ticket number 269? 269. Sort of like bingo, isn't it? Gonna have to look around and hold up your hand. 269. That's my son. He has plenty of caps. Ticket 269. Going once, right? Going twice. Okay, go on. Let's try again. We got a bunch of this stuff we need to get rid of. Ticket 238. 238 is right. Here we go. 238 or 269? 238, all right. 2 more caps. Why don't we make this thing a little more interesting? Y'all hold up one of those Centennial plates right there. And of course, with our company being in its 100th anniversary, what we've worked with is a number of suppliers to manufacture Centennial memorabilia. And many of you visited our memorabilia exhibit here in the building today, and of course these will add to somebody's collection. Ticket number 246. 246. Si, how about it? Si's a winner. He gets him a plate. Well, you can eat off of it, Si. That's right. says it's ready 2 hats for the plate. What about one of those truck banks? Yeah. We got Centennial 100 truck banks, modeled much after some of the original delivery trucks that the company had. And how about 236? 716236. Here we go. Got us another one. Yeah, that was still in the box. One more time. How about let's give away some coffee mugs? Most of these folks are pretty big coffee drinkers. How about 716267? 267. Well, we got a set of 400-year coffee mugs. 267. Right here. Here we go. Thank you. All right, need another ticket. And we'll give away another truck bank. 716273. 273. $716,273. All right, Bill. There we go. All right, one more set of coffee mugs. How about that? Ticket number 306. $716,306. There we go. And another one. How about that? Give away some more caps. What do you say? These feel good this winter. 716290. 290. Right back there. Here you come. His daddy needed some Purina caps anyway. All right, 2 more caps. 276. 716276. Here we go. Okay. More caps. 365. 716365. There we go. Scattered all around. Got one more plate giveaway. Another 100-year plate. How about 716359? 359. All right. That's going to look good in City Hall, huh? All right. How about a hand for a winner? Where'd Richard Ford go? There he is. Richard ran him a contest in there in the memorabilia room today, asking everybody to guess what one of them contraptions was. And so I'm going to let him hand away just a few prizes.
Thank you, Andy. I hope everybody got to see what was in there. We really appreciate the dealers, because without them there wouldn't have been that room. A little of that was some salesmen's collections, but most of it were collections from the dealers. If you again got to see it, go look at it. There's some things in there that Mr. Danforth signed. There's some pictures of him. Some real unique things. One of the things we asked was what this is. And there was 5 people that knew what this was. And let me put it to you this way. The hog's head, the pig's head goes in here. And the pig's feet come out this side and this side. And what you work on kind of lays right up here. Those came out in the 70s. We got 5 hands, and we had 5 winners, Richie Brown. Tim Moffitt. Tim here. Right here. Help me with this man. Elmer Hines. Bill Doney. Mort Jackson. We appreciate y'all. Like I said, if you didn't get to see it, stop in. If you did, we hope you enjoyed it.
And as Richard said, we do appreciate all the dealers that made contributions to our memorabilia room and hope you enjoyed that. We want to take just a few minutes to tell you a little bit about Purina Mills here at Mulberry. All of you recognize the checkerboard symbol. It is the most recognized symbol in rural America today. And of course, we wanted to spend just a few minutes talking about our facility here at Mulberry. So to help me do that, I'm going to invite up our production manager here at Mulberry, Mr. Don Anders.
Make sure it doesn't go dead.
Don't give Don a hand.
Thank you, Andy. I too certainly would like to welcome each of you. And we kind of rolled the dice a little bit and hoped the weather held together, and man, it sure did. No sky openers, and we really appreciate each of you being here. To get started, I'd just like to recognize a few guests that we have here. And what I'll do, I'll call their names and ask them to stand. And some of them I'll call in groups, so hold your applause when I ask for it. The first very special guest that we have here this evening is Mr. Frank Satchel and his wife Brenda, the mayor of Mulberry. And Frank, just stand up for a second so everybody can see you. Frank's also the middle school principal. Great to have you, Frank. Another guest we have here, a lot of you know this guy. Probably without him, we'd have a tough way to go. This guy's going to be hard to get him to stand up, but I'm going to go for it. Jim Morgan, where are you? Jim, stand up. Come on, Morgan, stand up. This guy runs the feed out here. Thank you, Jim. Some other ones I'd like to introduce, and it's the Mulberry employees. And to get started, I'm only going to embarrass 2 of them, and I'm going to ask them 2 to come forward. Tony Acosta and Jeff Hall. I need you to come up on the stage. Now, there's Jeff. Now, where's Tony hiding? Ah, here he is. Come on, Tony. Come on around here. These guys are a little special. They get up in front of this crowd tonight. Back on August the 9th, Tony accomplished his first service anniversary with us. Been with us for 1 year. And Tony, we sure appreciate everything you do. I can leave you. Hold your applause. Hold your applause. Now we're a little early on Jeff. Jeff's not until September 20th, but we in September, Jeff. We're going to give you. These guys are doing a great job for us. Jeff is our mill control technician, And Tony's got a special job around here. Jeff, I don't have a story to tell on you, but I got a short one to tell on Tony. A lot of you dealers, you leave your trailers here and we load them for you, or we load Jim's trailers or some of the contract haulers' trailers. Well, Tony's got a special job. And Tony's job is every day he moves trailers in and out. Tony comes in about 9 in the morning and we get done loading trailers anytime from noon till 6, 7, 8 o'clock on some days. But the special job that Tony has, normally about 4:30 every afternoon when Tony's got most of the trailers out, his boss Bill's been on his butt about getting the other trailers in, getting them cleaned out for tomorrow. The water department intercom will ring to go, Tony Costa, call 36, Tony Costa, call 36, and 4:37. And usually what it is Linda. I know Linda unless they're around. Oh, there's Linda. Wow. And we got an add-on for Circus Feed, 40 bags of pre-con. Old Tony, he goes and gets the yard dog, gets that trailer, backs it into the dock, opens the door up. Here's Circus's trailer. It's already got 23 ton of feed on it, stacked to the ceiling. But Tony finds a spot for them 40 bags of pre-con. Tony, we appreciate what you do. Thank you, guys. Give him a hand. Linda, I couldn't resist that. Oh. Now I am trouble. Okay. I'd like to introduce to you all the employees of Mulberry. And what I'd like you to do, employees, if when I call your name, just stand up, and please stay standing. It won't take long, and at the end we'll give you applause for everybody. Bernie Adams, 6-year employee in our order department. Guy Adams, 3-year employee in our maintenance group. Guy might have had to take off. Charlie Becker, 7-year employee in our dealer financial services group. Becker, you around here? All right. German Viola, our unloader. German's back there in the back. Tim Bell, chow loader, warehouse man. Timmy left, okay? Ann Carlin, Miss Ann, in our traffic department, 25-year employee. Oh, there she is. Miss Ann's still here. Buddy Chris, 9-year employee in our maintenance department. Oh, there's Buddy. Diane Clanton, 3-year employee in our customer service department. Diane was on the registration desk today. Mike Couture, right back in the corner. Mike's the one that runs this mill. He, 19-year employee. Fred Diago, 2-year employee. Fred, where are you? Fred's in our export department. Dr. James P. Everett, 31-year employee of Purina Mills. Right there, Dr. Everett. Mark Everett, his son, a 1-year employee of Purina Mills, back here in the corner. Patty Holmes, a 9-year employee of Purina Mills, now working in our export department here. Suzanne Hunter, 1-year employee of Purina Mills in our stock department. Is Susie still here? Bruce Johnson, 8-year employee, our second shift control technician. Bruce managed to sneak off. There he is. Bruce is over here on the left. Robert Kendrick, 9-year employee, right over here by Bruce in our maintenance department. Lionel King, back here in the back. Lionel's one of our palletizer operators, been with us for 4 years. Got another long-time one, Ray Martinez, one of the tour leaders today. Raymond, on our molasses packer. Carol McPike, is she out here? Carol, 20-year employee in our stock department. Carol's back here at the back picnic table. Hi, Carol. Harold Meredith. Harold was the popcorn man today. Is Harold still around? There's Harold over here. 1-year employee. Harold works in our lab. Clark Miller, also one of our tour guides, our purchasing and transportation manager, back here in the corner. This guy, Bill Norris, Bill gave the end of the tour, and
Bill is the most senior employee of the Tampa Mulberry Group. He's been with Ross and Purina and Purina Mills for 36 years. Bill, we appreciate what you do. Kurt Richter, our area controller, 30-year employee. Kurt, right up here in front. Nelson Rumore, another tour leader. Where's Nelson? Nellie, all right. Nellie's a 16-year employee. Keith Settles, he snuck off yet, or is he around? There's Keith, he's going to have to go to work here pretty soon. Keith's a 1-year employee. His brother Mike, one of the steak cookers, where's Mike? Mike's right here. Mike's a 4-year employee. He's also out of the palletizer with Whitey. Don Skellinger, 9-year employee, our maintenance supervisor, backed by German in the back. Sarah Lynn White, a 5-year employee, our general manager secretary. Where's Sarah Lynn? Oh, there she is. Come on, Sarah Lynn. Is Donna here? Donna Wiggins? She gone? Donna's a 13-year employee in our dealer financial services. And lastly, our general manager, a 19-year employee, Mr. Fred Williams. Fred, where are you, Fred? He might be hiding. We might see Fred later. Let's give all these guys a big hand. Sit down now. Thank you. Okay, there's one I didn't call, okay? And her feelings are probably hurt, but there's a reason I didn't call her name. Pam, come over here a second. Now I left Pam last for a reason. I'm sure many of you know Pam. She's the sales secretary. And there's a lot of people that put a lot of effort into this thing today. But the reason that it went off as well as it did is because of Pam. Give her a hand. She did a great job. Thank you, Pam. Opportunity to introduce you to these employees at Mulberry, and I wish I could go through here and introduce each and one of these customers that are here. We have dealers who are here. We have dealers, customers who are here. We have direct dairy customers are here. If I did that, though, we'd never make this time limit and get you guys out of here by 7 o'clock. And besides that, Bowers is after me, and he's long-winded, so I need to get down off of here. But I want to tell you customers, from myself and from these employees at Mulberry, thank you for your business. Because if it wasn't for you, no matter how good we are, we wouldn't be here. When you kind of take a look at what it takes to run this plant, and when you get around working in feed mills, and I'm sure you dealers recognize this too, it takes that repeat business, week in, week out, Stan, to get familiar with it. And if it wasn't for you guys to pull a trailer load of bag feed every week, some of you pull 3 sack loads a week. We got dairies here that get 3 or 4 bulk loads a week. We have customers here that go to the store and buy a bag of horse feed every week. Because of that, this plant's been able to manufacture, in about 8 2/3 years operations, 844,000 tons of feed. 844. So we got a chance here coming on next year sometime to hit that 1,000,000th ton. If we do that, we might have another one of these parties. Hopefully we find somebody else to put it on, but we have another party. Out of that 844,000 tons, we'll see 326,000 tons is sack feed. That's a bunch of sacks going out. Bunch of bags going down them lines. Nellie and Ray, Bill Norris putting them out through those trucks. Tim, Whitey, Mike. We got 358,000 tons of it's dry bulk feed. The dairy, the cattle feed, the chicken feed, and then about another 160,000 tons of bulk liquid feed that has supported these tons. There's the people here, the
We talked about our horse customers, a lot of you in the cattle business. Although we don't not always selling you feed year-round, come this time of the year and you're starting to bring some calves in. We're pre-conditioning calves. A little later on, we might get to feed some cows, some liquid feed. All that business is what makes this place run. And we sure appreciate it, appreciate your business. Not only does it make this place run, but our business has grown. And again, I just want to say thank you and thanks for coming. And I'll turn this thing back over to Andy Bowers. Andy, please come up here, quick.
Thank you, Don. Talk about being long-winded, man. You said 5 minutes. Not a Baptist sermon. Don and his crew do a fine job for us here at Mulberry, and we appreciate all that we do and that they do for each of you. Purina Mills is 100 years old, or young, depends on how you want to look at it. Some folks can describe it as old, and yes indeed, we do have 100 years of experience in the feed business, now well into our 101st year. In many respects, Purina Mills is a brand new company. And I say that based on the fact that something very exciting happened last fall for all of the folks that you see around this tin in checkerboard shirts, because they now own Purina Mills. And when you own your business, it takes on a little different perspective. And we have seen that come back to us time and time and time again in the past year. So we look forward to a very, very bright future, we hope. And we're going to do all we can to try to ensure that. Now, Purina Mills, is it bigger than you see here? Is it bigger than just this mill at Mulberry? Let's visit about that just a little bit. I won't take a long time with that, but Purina Mills is now 56 feed mills strong across the United States. We are the largest feed manufacturer in the United States. We've got about 2,500 employees. Who knows? This might show up on Trivial Pursuit sometime. You might be able to answer this question. But about 2,500 employees, and out of that 2,500, about 400 of those are field salespeople or field consultants like Dr. Everett, who was introduced just a minute ago. We have approximately 300 employees in our corporate headquarters in St. Louis, Missouri. We have a 1,400-acre research center that many of you that are here today have visited in the past 2 years up at Gray Summit, and we're very, very proud of that, where we maintain a staff of over 30 PhDs and DVMs to service our customers. We've shipped about 300 million tons of product in our first 100 years, and we sure hope that continues to grow. Now, all those statistics are fine to talk about, but that's not really what Purina Mills is all about. And Purina Mills is its people. And within its people, we think Purina Mills is you find folks who have come out this evening to join us, our customers. And I want to take just a minute and ask that all of the Purina dealers that are here with us tonight, if you would please stand. All of the Purina dealers. And while they're standing, I will just add that I have worked with some 12 or 14 Purina plants in my tenure with the company, and I will say with assuredness that within the state of Florida, we do have the finest dealer organization of anywhere in the country. So if you would, look around you, make sure you get to know these folks, and we appreciate you. How about a round for all of our Purina dealers? Round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for your business. Also, I would like to ask all of the Purina feeders that are here with us today, livestock producers who are feeding Purina products, and also livestock producers, and I visited with several of you out here earlier today, who may currently be feeding with somebody else, and you're kind of checking us out, studying us a little bit, trying to make a business decision about whether you place the job of nutrition in our hands or not. So I'd like to ask all the Purina feeders, all those customers that are here with us today, and prospects, if you would please stand. All the livestock producers. Pretty good crowd of them. Thank you very much for coming. How about a round of applause? All of the employee owners of Purina Mills appreciate very much you coming and joining us here today. We know that you had to take time out of your schedule to do it, and we hope you've had some fun. We hope maybe we have answered some questions or tried to. But if nothing else, hopefully we've shown you that we do appreciate your business. I do hope that I have recognized everyone here. I hope I have not missed anybody. You make all these lists and stuff of who all is coming in, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anybody. What in the...
Burn it up out here, you know that? Hi.
I don't believe I've met you.
Oh, you have.
Well, I'm Andy. What's your name?
Well, what's your name?
Andy?
No. I mean your back name. Bulldog or Bow Wow or something like that.
Back name? Bowers. Andy Bowers.
Okay. Wow. Well, what do people call you for short?
For short?
Well, certainly you don't make everybody call you Mr. Andy Bowers. What do they call you for short?
Just Andy.
Andy. Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Ben Billy Bob Content.
Ben Billy Bob Content.
That's right. And I heard that the president, she had done declared a war on poverty, and I've come to surrender.
Be careful. That wasn't in the script. Well, Ben, Billy, or Billy, Bob, Ben, Content. What do they call you for short?
Why, Gar, of course.
Gar?
Sure. You like one?
Well, thank you. Man, that is a whale of a cigar. If you don't mind, I'm kind of in the middle of the meeting here, and I'll... Man, you can't, no, you can't do that. This is a feed mill. This place will explode.
Oh, okay.
You can't... Don Anders, that fellow that was up here a minute ago, he'd be all over me.
Up here preaching?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he'll be all over me. You can't light up no cigar around this place.
Oh, okay.
Get me in all kind of trouble.
Okay. Sorry about that, Don. You ain't gonna come back up here nothing, are you? Okay.
Sort of sizing you up here, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from? Mississippi?
You mean M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I, Mississippi?
Yeah, I think so. Mississippi.
Well, haven't been there in a while. Well, I've been roaming around South Florida. Been down around Wauchula, made a pass down through the Markley, come up that west coast over there and got over here in Plant City. Eased by this mulberry mill, passed right by it. Ended up down there in Bartow. Had to come back up through that swamp. You know there's a gator out there in that swamp?
Used to be.
There's another. Right out there.
I'll take care of him. Trust me. A Georgia Bulldog can handle a Florida Gator.
Okay.
God, I'm out.
Did I do that like you wanted?
No, come at it. You're right.
Well, I've been roaming around here talking to these Purina dealers. They've been telling me all this kind of stuff. They've been talking to me about this PMI nutrition.
Oh, yeah.
And they got this Maserati feed.
Maserati?
Oh, yeah. Folks run around wearing these purple hats and them multicolored letters up on top of it.
Oh, you mean Missouri. Missouri.
Well, whatever. Have you ever heard of a koi?
Yeah, I've heard of a koi.
What is that?
It's an exotic fish. Yeah.
An exotic fish?
Yes, sir. We make a diet for exotic fish. It's in our Missouri line. Missouri is the leading zoo feed and animal research center feed in the country. Missouri, not Maserati. Missouri, it's Swahili for good food. Of course, I don't guess they speak much Swahili where you're from, do they?
No. Well, I tell you what, if I had one of them coins, I reckon I'd feed a little of that Maserati feed.
Well, we sure would appreciate it.
Sure would. Now, another thing they've been talking to me about out there, come up here and check out, will you? Tell me about this gold equine. What is that?
Oh, you mean equine gold?
Whatever.
Equine Gold is a dealer program that will grow our dealer's horse business that we've offered the past 2 years. Been extremely successful. It's built on the lean tonnage. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. About 20%, 2 years back to back. Overall horse business 8%. Past 2 years here in Florida.
That only, that's that stuff Mr. William H. mixed up there on the banks of that river, that scoop shovel back years ago.
No, what Mr. William H. mixed with the scoop shovel was horse and mule chow. There was a mule here earlier, they said was 100 years old.
I saw old tin can out there.
Yeah, that's what they
said.
said.
There's a fellow riding him looked like a lawyer.
Yeah, horse and mule chow.
Alabama lawyer, as a matter of fact.
I'll tell you if you said that.
Good, appreciate that. Leave Georgia, you go into Alabama, set your clock back an hour and your calendar 20 years.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'll be sure to tell him that too.
Well, you tell me about this here gold equine now, what you said?
Equine Gold, yeah. It's the most exciting program for our dealers in horse volume we have going right now. Extremely successful. Many of them are here in the room.
Equine Gold.
Equine Gold.
Boy, I bet that too. That gold part anyway, time you Purina boy get through with it.
Well, Gar, you get what you pay for.
I guess that's right.
You know, feed is just like anything else. And when you do business with Purina Mills, you will get what you pay for. All of our products are research-backed and proven before it ever is manufactured at one of these plants. It's tested time and time again for predictability and animal performance. That's the reason Purina Mills is America's leader in animal nutrition. Our value we deliver is much better than that's offered elsewhere.
Well, I tell you what about that value. Now, I understand that. You take these old hogs in, now they got all kind of value. You got places in you can shove stuff up in here, got pockets everywhere, you got some air vents in. See how this air circulates through there? Well, I understand that value you're talking about.
Yeah, I will.
Get what you pay for. I know that.
Yeah, them are nice overall. Speaking of getting what you pay for, tell me about that coat. Maybe that hat too.
Well, I was thinking about this coat. You picked that thing up out there at Walmart, one of them blue boxes they had out in the parking lot. They had them out there, it had Goodwill on it or something. But she moved around in there and got me that bargain, brought it home. Now this hat, all I know to tell you about that hat is you get what you pay for.
I'd say that's the case, Gar. Nothing personal, but I'd say that's the case. Well, that's the reason we were here today, was trying to find out about, do you really get what you pay for when you do business with Purina? Did you have a chance to go through the mill tour?
Sure did. Enjoyed it. Listen to Mr. Anders, Mr. Nars, Mike Turr, old Raymond, Nelson, Jeff. That Skellinger, that dog hunting fellow over there, hunts all them dogs all the time. He's over there talking too. Joe did enjoy it. I tell you what, now old Homer, now you didn't think old Tin Can was happy. But old Homer, when I get home, now he's gonna be happy to hear all this.
Homer.
Right.
Who is Homer?
Homer's the goat.
Homer is your goat.
Yes, sir. Been eating that goat chow all his life. He's gonna be happy to hear about all this. And he ain't gonna be near as happy as Jerry.
Okay, who is Jerry?
Jerry's my dog.
Jerry is your dog?
Joe is.
What kind of dog is Jerry?
Jerry's a red dog.
A red dog.
Right.
Is Jerry a big dog or a little dog?
He's a big dog when he eats. He gets done eating, he's a big dog. He likes that PMI nutrition, Joe does. He's gonna be proud to hear about all this stuff over here though. He's gonna be proud to hear about that mill. All them folks, you folks messing with all that OSHA and EPA and all that stuff now. Y'all ain't fooling around with that Social Security done, are you?
Oh, no.
Don't be messing with Social Security.
No, we don't mess with Social Security, but we do have a number of government regulations that we have to comply with in the manufacture of our products.
Understand.
But you be sure to tell old Jerry and Homer we said we appreciate them.
Will. Look forward to being able to do that.
But,
I just rolling around here, talking to these folks. I heard about this big birthday party up here. They told me there's gonna be some cake. There's gonna be some cake with some of that sugar and lard on it. We're gonna get some of that here in a little bit. That ice with that sugar and lard.
Yeah, we got us a big old birthday cake. We're gonna cut right back over here.
Well, the other thing I want to check out while I was here, and I didn't really have the heart to ask nobody over here, I want to talk to you about them clogs.
Clogs?
Well, you know, them lumps that come to them goats out every once in a while.
Oh. I see. Well, let me tell you about those clogs.
Okay.
They happen rarely. Trust me. We didn't charge you any extra for them. I promise you that. But you got to understand, Gar, here at Purina Mills, we are not perfect, not by any shape, form, or fashion. What we do strive for is excellence in everything that we do. And a bag or two may get by us, but we sure try not to let that happen.
Well, I understand that. Well, we've been feeding that Purina for a long time. Granddaddy fed it, Daddy fed it, everybody feed it. Everybody in my whole part of the country over there feed it. And one thing about Purina we found, they'll be fair. I reckon that's all, man, they'll be fair.
Well, we do try to be fair. That is true. Thank you for recognizing that.
But I sure have enjoyed the time. Really have. Appreciate you inviting me.
That's good. Well, we appreciate you coming and taking the time out to join us this afternoon. I'm wondering before you ease on out of here if I might talk you into something.
Well, I might be talking about anything.
Well, that coat is kind of worrying me slammed to death. And if you go run around here, I got a little something that I might like to trade you out of that coat.
I don't know now, Mom. I should coat.
I know that thing's real special. I'll tell you what, sit tight right here.
Don't like my coat. I bet these folks like my coat. Got a party animal button on there. Somebody said out there back while ago, thought Kramer was here. I don't know who Kramer is.
I've heard rumor that he's around. I tell you what, that thing looks awful hot. I've got a little different coat here.
Yeah,
you like that better? I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that'll go good riding around there visiting dealers.
Why don't you just slip that thing off there? Now watch them flaps on that side. We got women out here. I don't want them things to blowing open. Embarrassing them and all that. Try that, see if that right there ain't a little cooler. And we'll see if we can't get this back in that blue dumpster outside of Walmart.
That'd be good. Drive around, visit these dealers, talk to them about some of these things they have in the store. Hopefully they have some birthday parties out there. That's those KTs there.
Yeah, well, they may do that. I'll tell you what, if you're going to go do that, why don't you let me trade you into a new cap as well?
Give me a hat?
I'll give you a hat. Well, I'll trade you. I'll trade you.
I don't know about that. I may need to keep a hat.
Sort of private.
Oh, well.
All right, now we got you newly outfitted, so you can get ready to go home. And we appreciate you coming by.
One of them jugs out there for Mama, maybe if I slip by, she can use that sip of tea in when we get home.
Yeah, that'd be fine. And tell Mama we said hi. Tell her we appreciate her goodness, but we appreciate you coming by and visiting with us today.
I appreciate seeing all these good folks. Mighty fine folks out here. I've been talking to them. They're mighty fine people.
Well, good.
I'm going to be eating around, see them too. Maybe have a few of these things out at the stores and other things going on. I reckon leave here, I'll probably head down, maybe show up down Okeechobee way about the 1st of October. That's what I plan on doing. Maybe.
Oh, Okeechobee about the 1st of October.
Yeah, I'll show up down there.
Well, that'll be good. They'll look forward to seeing you.
I appreciate the invite.
Dar, it was good to see you. Appreciate you better. Ladies and gentlemen, the general manager for the Gulf Coast area, Mr. Fred Williams. As scary as that may be. I probably ought to leave it at that because he's also my boss. We wanted to have just a little fun with you there and maybe try to visit just a few points that we do try to work on in an effort to serve your business. The animal nutrition business is not an uncomplicated business. It changes daily. There are new process technologies developed, new nutritional research information is found. We continue to manufacture meat, milk, and eggs in a more efficient manner than has ever before been done. Agriculture is, I shall say, the most powerful force on the face of the earth. And in that spirit, and in trying to help paint the picture of what Purina Mills tries to contribute, to American agriculture. We've got just a little short video that will do that a whole lot better than I would. So if you would, just position yourself comfortably in front of one of the monitors and we'll roll this tape.